Hi there, welcome to my channel. Have you ever watched an actor in a movie crying and wondered how did they make it look so real? Today I'm gonna share with you 10 techniques that actors use to cry on cue, and I'm also gonna test them out myself. Whether you are preparing for a role or want to impress your friends or boyfriend, these tips will help you to cry on cue anytime and anywhere. Let's get started. I think this is the most popular technique that I found on the internet. Just pick up a spot and stare at it without blinking for at least 30 seconds. Your eyes might start to feel irritated and sting a bit, which could make you tear up involuntarily. When tears start to well up, just let them flow naturally down your face while blinking normally. This will make it look like you're crying. Don't forget to drink lots of water. Your body needs water to produce tears, and if you're dehydrated, you won't be able to cry when you need to. My grandmother used to drink tea this way. Try listening to some sad music to cry on cue. You can create a playlist of songs that make you feel down or that you listen to during a difficult period in your life. Try to listen this playlist just before you need to cry. I've never done this before, so let's give it a try. I think this is the method that brings me to tears very fast. And you just continue working from this state. If I had a line, I would just continue flowing with this. You've probably noticed that when you yawn, your eyes get a bit teary. It's all because yawning lifts your soft palate at the back of your mouth, which kind of triggers your tear ducts into action. I've never tried this technique before, so let's see if it works for me or not. Basically, all you need to do is just yawning. I don't feel like yawning brings me to tears. It might be helpful, especially if you need to be tired or you need to be like about to cry at the beginning of the scene. Another way to cry on cue is by using a specific breathing technique. You can start by taking deep, slow breaths to calm and center yourself. Then you can shift your breathing pattern to mimic a quick, shallow breath typical of crying. Try not to force tears, just allow them to happen. Yeah, so you can see, like your body remembers how to cry. Yeah. Scents are a big part of our memories. It can remind us of something that happened to us in the past. For example, when I was at the university, I wore a perfume that smells like raspberry. And every time when I smell this perfume right now, it brings me to those times. Sometimes scents might bring you to tears. Like for some reason, patchouli oil reminds me of death and brings me to tears. I wonder if I still react the same way to it. A couple of drops. Yeah, that should be enough. When you're preparing for a role, how you reach your emotional state is personal. You don't need to explain your process to anyone in the room. What really matters is your authentic performance. Personalization can help you to cry on cue. Real life experiences like breakups, divorce, rejections, losing someone you love can bring you to tears. Because it's all about sense memory. Your body remembered how it felt and what happened. So here's the way to try this technique. Think about the moment that upset you or brought you to tears before. Close your eyes and try to recall every single detail during that moment. How it looked like, how it sounded, how it felt. I also want to add that using this personalization technique and revisiting all these intense emotions might be challenging for some people, for some actors. So I use this technique often. It works for me, but again, if it doesn't work for you, that's fine. Just move on and try something else. Have you ever been in a weird moment where you can't tell if someone's crying or laughing? Yeah, it might be surprising how confusing it may be. You can start by laughing while covering your face or looking away. You might be amazed to find out how laughing can make you cry. You can use what if exercise to cry on cue. You just need to imagine yourself in a made up situation that makes you sad. What if nobody is gonna watch my video? Makes me sad. But it doesn't bring tears, you know? That's the big difference. So I need to find another what if. What if my cat died? What if I don't get a role? What if this is the last day of my life? What if I have to give up all my dreams and hopes? And I don't know who I am anymore. Even if it doesn't have anything to do with this actual scene that you're working on. And nobody needs to know what's making you cry. If you have a funeral scene on set and you're just crying, nobody's gonna ask why you're crying. The substitution method can really bring you to tears. All you need is to replace the character from the scene with the person from your real life. Let's say you have a scene where you just got a call and somebody on the other side telling you that your best friend has died in a car accident. So instead of imagining your best friend from the script, you can substitute with someone you love. For example, your actual best friend or your husband or your boyfriend. By replacing them in your mind, your reactions and emotions become more real and authentic. You can use a tear stick to cry on cue. I got it from Amazon. This is from Narrative Cosmetics. So I'm gonna try it for the first time in this video. The smell is actually pretty good. You know, I'm really interested in how it's gonna look like in the frame. So what the difference when I'm crying myself and when I'm using a tear stick. Let's see. Yeah, I feel it immediately. Wow. Yeah. Look at this. Oh my god. I didn't expect that. Yeah, I feel this burning. Oh, it will make you tear. You don't need to do anything, you know? I don't know. know, for me it seems like I'm cheating. It's interesting, can I hold the tears? I'm trying to holding my tears. And, okay, instead of this, I'm getting this. No, oh, yeah, it's so strong. Really, I feel like, whew, it doesn't feel natural. I don't know if it looks natural. It doesn't feel real. I know maybe on the camera, in the frame, it looks real, but I don't know, I just feel like somebody take a remote control for me. It felt like less present when I was using tear stick. All right, let's review all the techniques we've covered today in this video. It's totally fine if some techniques don't bring you to tears. Just keep going, keep exploring and listen to your body. And don't forget to stay true to yourself and to your character. That's it for me. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and hit the like button. I hope you liked it. And I'll see you in the next one.